Came on the interview and was laying back on his pillow, on his bed. No, I'm not even joking. I was living in Abuja in Nigeria. I was having the best time of my life in my organization. When Canada came up, it was like, this is a new thing, taking a leap, right? You never know what's on the other side. And I don't actually call myself an immigrant. I see myself as an expatriate. I studied business, but I have my icon. And I was doing forensic accounting. It was great. I was a team lead, but accounting in itself was very monotonous for me. You're thinking of relocating. How fuck your money? Like, I'm not desperate. I don't want to take just anything.
For anyone listening to this now that is a Canadian resident, maybe they have something like a survival job for now.
You're not someone who is extremely driven.
Yeah.
Don't start with survival jobs. Because I've seen too many people start with survival jobs and stay there. A lot of people that I work with got jobs in like 1 to 3 months. I headhunted him on LinkedIn. How you handle one thing is how you handle every other thing. People want to be seen. People want to be heard. People want to feel like they are not just a number. And that was how HR found me. I went for project management, but within project management,
You found
people management
found you.
Just a quick message before we dive into today's episode. I found something interesting in our data which showed that only about 25% of our viewers are actually subscribed to the channel. If you've been enjoying the content that we're creating, if you've been finding it exciting or learning something new, I have a little favor to ask of you. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel, as it goes a long way in helping us deliver more exciting episodes like this and create more valuable content. You're amazing.
Hi everyone, my name is Mo and this is the Hungry Creative Podcast. On today's episode, we have an amazing guest, a jack of many trades, but I think at the core, she is a passionate professional, a creative, doing work in HR and a couple other things that I think we'll find out during the session. So I'm really excited to have this session. I'm really excited to hear the gems she has to drop for us, because she's been dropping some gems on our social pages, which we'll share in the link or in the description for the video. Coming across her content, you see that she's very educative. She tends to drop educative content regarding everything HR, but I'll allow her to do an introduction. Hi Kemi, it's nice to have you on the session. How are you doing today?
Hi Muffy, I'm good. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you for being here. Just right off the bat, what's it been like, moving to Canada? I think that's the first question I'd like to ask you. You recently migrated from Nigeria.
Yep.
What has that experience been like for you?
Let me see. I've actually just been in Canada for just over 3 months.
Okay.
No, actually 4 months. Just 4 months exactly.
Oh wow, okay.
Today's the 31st.
Yes.
I actually clocked 4 months today.
Whoa.
Yeah, and when I tell people, okay, I just got into Canada not long, they're like, oh my god, it seems like you've been here forever.
I got that as well.
It seems like you've been here forever. And I think for me, that's literally because I have literally integrated very quickly. I've started to build my community here. I've started to understand what's up here, what's in it for me in this, in this space. At some point in my career journey and in just my life, I'd always known I was going to come to Canada.
Okay.
Right. I did not know when exactly, because I had gotten the PR since 2023. But I was working in a very good place in Nigeria, not just about money or anything, but I genuinely loved my job. I genuinely loved the people. I genuinely loved the impactful work that I was doing. And this came at the time when, I was even already due for a promotion then and all of that.
Yeah.
But it's more or less about giving up what is good to go for what is great. That was what Canada was about for me, because Nigeria was amazing. I was living in Abuja in Nigeria. I was having the best time of my life in my organization. But when Canada came up, it was like, this is a new thing. This is not something that we have lived before. We've not experienced this life before. How is it going to be? What's it going to be like? It was literally about, okay, what we're doing right now in Nigeria is great, but we want greater, we want bigger, we want better. I think in life, it's just very important that you're constantly striving for more. And that was what Canada was about.
Wow.
It's been amazing. I'm really, really loving it here. It's better than anything I've experienced even back in Nigeria. And that's one good thing about taking a leap, right? You never know what's on the other side of the jump. You just need to just of course, just take that leap and just trust God to catch you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Trusting God is one thing, definitely. When you don't know what to expect, you just have to dive in and trust. From your experience so far, what has been the most distinctive difference between being a professional in Nigeria and now being here?
To be honest, the difference is like, even from my own personal experience, the difference is miles and miles and miles apart. In Nigeria, you realize that just because of the kind of community that, you know, we have in Nigeria, the kind of environments that Nigeria is, and plus it's just like a developing country, purchasing power is not as high as, you know, what you're going to find in like developed countries and all of that. A lot of people are focused on just like their 9 to 5 or one source of income, in quotes, in Nigeria. You know, people believe that, okay, you know, it's a job or it's nothing, or if I'm in this particular business line, that's what it has to be. First and foremost, one of the beautiful things that happened to me in Canada was my network. The people that I got to meet very quickly in Canada.
Yeah.
So some of these people, they, you know, they had been friends with me from like way back from uni, from, you know, Nigeria and all of that, and some I met newly, just like you, I met you newly here. You know, but one of the good things that happened to me that has really defined what professional is for me is the fact that Canada exposes you to like different sources of income. If your mind can comprehend it, if your heart is open to it. You know, back home in Nigeria, of course, 9 to 5. And another thing about Nigeria is that there's hardly a professional that works 9 to 5 or that works full on site.
Yeah.
That actually does 9 to 5. You're either doing like 7 to 8 p.m. or you're doing 8 to 8 or something. Because
there's hardly people that do 8.
Because you will never leave the office on time.
Oh, is that what you mean?
Exactly.
I get what you mean.
You will never leave the office on time.
Okay.
And to be honest, somebody said something that really struck me, like that really stuck with me, like some days ago. It said a lot of very busy Nigerians or busy people think they are doing great stuff during their 9 to 5. That's routine. When you're doing routine tasks, you have not unlocked your creativity.
Absolutely.
You have not unlocked anything that sets you apart, anything that makes you like, whoa, outstanding. There's a lot within you.
Yeah.
And that's a lot that is within you. You cannot unleash it by doing routine tasks.
Word.
You can't unleash it by doing routine work. You unleash it by literally taking a moment of quiet, by, you know, meditating, by introspecting. That's how you unleash what's on your inside. That's how you become creative. That's how you see other parts of you that you did not even know that existed. And to be honest, the wahala in Nigeria will not even allow you
think about.
You know, and it's
take the leap.
It's actually a real, and this is even Abuja.
Yeah.
Imagine those in Lagos who are going through NEPA.
Abuja is like, yeah.
You know, people that are spending like so much time in traffic.
Yep.
You know, the heat.
Man, we lived in Lagos, so yeah.
So I feel like a lot of young people in Nigeria, except you're so determined, except you're so like, you know what, I'm going to go against the tide, are not even like living out their like full potential. And they don't know. To be honest, they're not less hardworking. They're really hardworking, but they're only able to do one thing at a time.
Yeah.
First, because of the limitation of like power, the limitation of like the, you know, landscape, the traffic, all of those things. They're just those limitations that just presents itself.
Yeah.
That does not allow people to like do amazing things. But when you know, moving to Canada, you realize that when people work certain hours, most often than not, except for some few times where you have to overstretch, those hours are your hours.
Yeah.
What you now get to do after
Outside.
that, so you realize that there's hardly no one you're going to see in Canada that does one thing. Everyone is doing like several things.
Yep.
And that's where you now realize that. So people will not even tell you that, you know what, I started my 9 to 5. I resigned from my 9 to 5 because I wanted to face this other thing, because I realized I was even giving me more money than my 9 to 5. So that's one thing I've come to realize, that, you know, it's such a far cry from what is obtainable in Nigeria. Here in Canada, you can do 4, 5, 6 businesses and they're all thriving.
Yeah. Interesting. I see that a lot. I mean, with my experience here as well, I see most people I know, they're investing heavily a lot. Some people even have passive income more than their actual income. I think that's a popular thing here. And it's just so normal.
Yeah, it's so
normal. I mean,
normal.
almost everyone has a business registered. You know, I can think of so many people I know, either they're into real estate investment or they are doing stock trading or something. It's always something or the other. So that's profound. That's on point. Moving on into your career again, from your lens, what's one thing about the Canada's job industry that you found out when you got here, in contrast to like life in Nigeria? Is there anything that stands out in that area for you?
First things first, you know, while I've been here, I've gotten offers that I've actually declined.
Okay.
Yep. this is because I had like a particular like threshold that I did not want to go, in terms of pay.
Okay.
Yeah. I did not leave Nigeria to come and be taking some certain amount of money.
Okay.
Like, to be honest, and that is just me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should do that, or any other person listening to me should do that. But let me explain. It depends on how you come into Canada. And that's why whatever I'm going to say is not absolute. Whatever I'm going to say, like, solely depends on, your own unique situation.
Right.
Coming into Canada. I came into Canada as a permanent resident. I came in with what I was already doing in my hands, like my own personal thing that, could make me money.
Yeah.
So that means I had a choice.
Yeah.
Right? Which is why I will always suggest, first and foremost, if you're listening to this and you're thinking of relocating to maybe Canada, UK, US, wherever you're going to, have something, generally people call it fuck you money. Like, have that money that you have, like, you can say that, okay, like, I'm not desperate, I don't want to take just anything, yada yada yada. Have that money. It will definitely help. Right? The second thing is, the Canadian landscape is different, and if you've been here for a while and you haven't gotten a job, it could be you, but most often than not, it's not you. Right? Most often than not, it's not you. It's not like your experience is not enough. It's not like you're not good enough. It's not like you're not as smart as you thought you were.
So what then is it?
Canada is a very closed community in terms of mindset.
Right.
Compared to America. America has a very open economy. America is very liberal. America is very welcoming. It's open. Canada, not quite. Sorry, I know this is going on air, but it's just truth. Canada is quite laid back.
Yeah.
So that's why you hear things like you have to have Canadian experience. Trust me, the person that is talking, like the person that is asking for Canadian experience, you can school the person. I cannot even imagine all of times that I've had to school people. Like, I go to the hospital, I have to school a nurse. Like, I go on an interview, I have to school the person that is talking to me. They're not very open-minded, and they don't even know that they're not open-minded. They don't know that they need a lot of immigrants to even help them even build these businesses because they're not as open. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you have to understand that these people by default they are closed-minded. So if you say something that is not what they're used to hearing, they think you don't know what you're doing. But that's not it. These are the ones that have only known one thing. Like 10. If you say 9, I know say that one thing that you know, then you're like, okay, well, maybe this person is not our candidate.
Right.
So it has nothing to do with you. And then you just generally, the job market is shitty. So give yourself a lot of grace. Do you understand? It's not as if there are also jobs in Nigeria. There are jobs actually, but in Nigeria, if you really know what you're doing, if you really, really, really know what you're doing, you can quickly get in. But in Canada, you can know what you're doing and still not get that opportunity. But I would like to say that by the grace of God, probably because I'm in HR, there's hardly any opportunity that I've applied for that I really want to say that I did not get an interview. So that means there's some things that you have to do in terms of like your resume, in terms of your presentation, and just how you show up. That is standard. That would always also increase your chances.
Exactly. I was going to go there because for anyone listening to this now that is a Canadian resident, maybe that's been trying to also get like that dream job. Maybe they have something like a survival job for now, just getting by doing that.
I have an opinion about survival jobs. If you're not someone who is extremely determined, if you're not someone who is extremely driven, don't start with survival jobs. Because I've seen too many people start with survival jobs and stay there. Like, they're there for 5 years, they're there for 6 years. I'm not even joking. And they're like literally like constantly calling me and constantly contacting me and saying, hey, but how do I get out? It's like there's even no time to apply for jobs because they're constantly exhausted. They're constantly, tired. They feel stuck. So if you're not someone that's really determined, that you know that you can do all of those things and still come home and dust yourself, not sleep, and then get on your desk and start applying. If you're not that kind of person, don't even start it because you can be stuck in the rut.
Absolutely.
And that's why I always tell people that how you come in really matters a lot.
Okay, but the reality of it, we can't shy away from it.
Absolutely.
Is that not all, how do they say it? Not all fingers are equal.
Absolutely.
Then not everybody came in through PR. Some people come in as students. Some people come in as provincial nominees, or maybe specific pathways, career pathways.
Absolutely.
So the options are not as like wide and as liberal as possible. But I think your point is made, which is the fact that this applies to all like countries, all developed countries in the world are willing to that taking immigrants. when you get there, you always have an option, right? You always have the ready option, which is maybe a warehouse job or a safety or something. The ones.
Exactly.
But because there's so much demand, and people, like I said again, people come with different. I also think there's a case of like where you're coming from. Do you get? Because we can't shy away from that.
Absolutely.
People come from different backgrounds. Someone that came from a very humble background or a very humble past, and they've just moved into this, they'll see that as an opportunity.
Absolutely.
And they can actually make a career out of it. And that's not to say that they are like underserving themselves.
No.
Maybe it's just something that they find, this could be rewarding for me. It could be financially rewarding, and it could also be satisfying for me as a person, as a career.
So it really depends on what you want.
It depends on what you want at the end of the day.
And I don't actually call myself an immigrant. I see myself as an expatriate.
Interesting. Okay, expatriate. So you're here temporarily. You still want to go back to Nigeria?
No.
Okay.
I'm bringing in a lot of skill, professionalism, into their system.
Okay.
I brought in money.
Okay.
I'm not an immigrant.
Okay. All right.
Because when white people come to Africa, we call them what?
Call them expatriate.
Period.
Okay. Fair. I'll steal that one. Idea. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So let's move on now. A candidate who has just moved here, with a Nigerian experience. What can make that person stand out? What can make that person apply for jobs and at least get an interview?
Number one, God's grace. I'm a Christian. That's my identity. I'm first a Christian, and I will never undermine the grace of God in my career journey. I remember one time the Holy Spirit telling me that, sometimes you cannot make a rule out of your privilege.
Okay.
You can't make a rule out of your privilege. So by the reason of my training, by the reason of what I do, being an HR professional, by the reason of just even my personal development over the years, I have certain privileges that other people might not have. And by the reason of being a Christian, I have an advantage. I'm speaking from that advantage. First, I'm never shy to say it. Second thing, showing up correctly. If you see my resume, whether it's a machine or it's an AI bot looking at it, or an applicant tracking system looking at it, whatever it is looking at, or a human being, you're not likely to pass it on. Period. I don't apply to just every job. I'm not one of those people that apply to a lot of jobs, but the few I apply to, I get interviews.
Okay.
Now, how can you increase your chances of getting an interview as a Nigerian professional?
Or as an immigrant?
Or as an immigrant, regardless of wherever you're coming from.
Yeah.
Your resume has to be like killer. It has to be ATS compliant. ATS means applicant tracking system, meaning that it's not a human being looking at your resume first. It's a system that has been programmed.
Yeah.
To look at it, to detect your CV.
Yeah.
And that means that for you to detect your resume has to be in tangent with what is expected from the job description. So that means you want to tailor your resume to, whatever the JD is. And you don't need to do this manually. There are a lot of AI tools that can do this for you like this.
Yeah.
There are a lot of AI tools that can help you apply to several jobs like this. Smart apply.
Yeah.
You apply to 100 jobs like this. Resume.io, you do your resumes like this. I do resumes for people. It's quite easy. It's beautiful. But the reason why it's good to even allow people to do your resume for you if you're not sure is because they would be able to give the human touch to your resume. You understand? So that's fine. So your resume has to be like really like top notch. It has to be like in close tangent. Like if they put it by the ATS, it has to probably score like 90% match, so that you then have a greater chance of getting into interviews. If you can, I don't do cover letters. I don't read cover letters when I'm recruiting for people.
You don't do cover letters?
I don't do cover letters.
You don't send applications?
I don't send cover letters.
So if they say cover letters is required, what do you do?
Only if it is required. But for most companies it's not required. They will put the space there, but they don't require it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't waste my time.
Okay.
The time I will spend using to do cover letters, I'll apply for more jobs.
Okay.
Because nobody reads it, to be honest.
Really?
Yes. I've been in HR for 10 years. We don't read cover letters.
Wow. That's new.
But we want to see really strong resumes.
That's new to me. Interesting.
You get? So showing up correctly, very important. Another thing that you need to do is, if it's a job that you really want to get, go on LinkedIn. Again, guys, I'm sick and tired of professionals not having like active LinkedIn profiles. If you know you really want to trust me, another thing I will say is that I'm here in Canada. I have so many Nigerian companies trying to hire me. They're constantly in my DM on LinkedIn, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing WAT time zone any longer. I'm working in EST MDT time. I'm not doing it. Why? Because my LinkedIn pops, and when you're looking for HR professional, I will pop. My LinkedIn is optimized for me to be found by recruiters.
Okay, so what does it take to be found by the recruiters?
You need to optimize your LinkedIn.
What does it take to optimize your LinkedIn?
So once I look at your LinkedIn, I need to be sure that, okay, this is a marketing professional.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And a lot of people's LinkedIn do not say that. Your LinkedIn is your professional storefront. It's the first thing that people see when they want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Even if they're not seeing your resume.
Does being optimized on LinkedIn mean I have to be posting content on LinkedIn every time?
No.
So what does it
That
mean?
helps.
Okay.
That helps for visibility.
Yeah.
Posting consistently helps for visibility.
Okay.
But optimizing your LinkedIn is literally having your headers properly saying what you are or what you want to be.
Okay.
And that is not by putting enthusiast. It's not by saying I'm a data enthusiast.
Okay.
Data analyst, whatever. If you're maybe like a business analyst or like a Salesforce professional, whatever it is, put it on your header so that when a recruiter or a hiring manager is looking for
header
people
or bio.
It's called header.
It's called header.
It's called header in LinkedIn. But that's so header, and then there's bio. Your bio is the one that comes after your header.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the summary.
The summary.
Yeah. So both your header, both your bio, let it be properly optimized. If you can link in like media stuff about things that you've done before, featured posts, put it in there. It will help you a lot.
Okay.
Are you seeing that now? That's how you optimize your LinkedIn. Again, I do this as a service, help people look through all of these things to ensure that they're prepared, because even in that way you even have recruiters and hiring managers even like reaching out to you. And then if you then apply and they go and look at your LinkedIn, it's in tangent with what is on your CV or what's on your resume, so you look prepared. Another thing you want to do, which is also a pure game changer, go and look for someone to refer you. So a friend of mine that got a job in the UK very quickly. Is a huge lover of football. So he went to this company, he checked out the person on LinkedIn, he even shared when he was going to send the DM to the person, to this top guy in the organization, he shared it with me. I was like, this is what I want to share. Hope he's not too interested. I'm like, no, it's not. I mean, you found that this guy loves football and you guys are on the same team. So he literally kickstarted the conversation with football, and that was how they just went all football and everything, and that was how I got into the company. So look for someone with a shared interest in the company and have them refer you. Better still, if the person is the hiring manager, you are made. It works like magic, because mostly in Canada, referrals is a big deal. Like they really
there's something called the hidden job market.
Hidden job market.
I think that was like one of the first things, because when we first got here, we used to go for them tech events, networking events. Just used to hear that hidden job market.
Absolutely.
And I think someone shared a story of how she didn't want to leave her fate into the hands of recruiters. Basically, what she did, she went inside the offices and kept dropping her CVs. And I think at some point when she had dropped a number of CVs, I can't remember the number right now, she reached out to someone on LinkedIn who was a higher person in one of the companies that she went to, and I think she ran into the person in the office, and she didn't even have an appointment, but like just taking CVs to go and
just like the old way,
like the old ways. And I was like, people still do that? So it just increases your chances.
Absolutely. And anything that pops in your head that you think will increase your chances, then you should do it. But I can really, really swear by literally trying to get someone to refer you, it works like magic. They would prioritize your application over someone who is even more qualified than you that has no referral.
Recently, you started doing content, or more recently, you started being more consistent. All right. You started being more consistent on your content creation. I mean, we've done a few things. I mean, we had an event that we went for and did that content together. Even though I edited it,
You're such a good line.
Didn't I edit
it together?
Whoa. Slow down. There's receipts. Because remember there's video. You were sitting down eating nuts and biscuits, and I was busy editing.
Who was your?
And I was feeding you still.
Your professional eye?
Oh God.
Okay, who was your professional eye?
Thank God there are receipts, because I mean,
was the producer.
What?
Yes.
You just say, I think this is a good idea. Like, put this. I think that music is nice.
You guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you see what Mufin is
I
doing?
mean, there's receipts because we still have the videos. It's still in your stories. I did a post like yesterday or 2 days ago now, where I was like, we're in a content economy, we're in a creator economy.
Yep.
And like, you know, when you have like times and seasons in the world, there's the industrial revolution age.
Yep.
There's the digital, digitalization where the internet came, www.
Yeah.
There's, so many pivotal moments in history. I feel like when another pivotal, I mean, it has actually passed because now we're in AI and, and all that likes. The creator economy is such a vast, progressive, skyrocketing industry.
Yep.
I think someone valued the Canadian creator economy at $6 billion. I mean, it's probably more with every second.
Likely more.
Not that everybody must create content.
Absolutely.
But if you have something to share, rather than have it in your head, you might as well just put it out. Especially if you're a professional, you are a sage, you are very nuanced about that topic.
Yep.
I mean, just put it out there, and you never know who would be inspired or who would be learning something. You never know how far to go. Talking about how you are now like being intentional about content creation, should I say, first of all, what inspired you to put more effort into it now than before?
I'd always wanted to create content for the longest.
Okay.
It takes me back to what I said at the beginning. I was so busy in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I was so swamped in Nigeria that I had no time to dedicate to content.
Right.
I was making a lot of money, shitload of money in Nigeria. Not just even from my 9 to 5 was even like my least earning. But there are just other things, just here and there. It's Nigeria now, here and there and all of that, and I'm quite in a lot of, in a number of things. So I really did not have time for anything that was not giving me immediate cash. And you know how content is.
Yep.
It's not like you're making money
right now,
yeah, or right away.
It's like an investment.
Well, right now I have started making money.
Good for you.
Yep. But at the time, anything that wasn't going to make me immediate money, I'm like, you know what? Wait first. Do you get? So moving down here, I realized that number one, people needed my idea even more now that I had moved to Canada, because they wanted to understand, okay, how do I move? How do I get a job? How do I, even back home in Nigeria, people wanted to know so much about landing jobs and everything. And I realized that a lot of people were smart, but they did not know how to navigate the job industry even in Nigeria. Period. Another thing I also realized that made me take it more seriously was that beyond content creation, beyond what I do on my 9 to 5, beyond what I do, I also run a business.
Okay.
Where I help corporations staff people. I help corporations restructure, reorganize their businesses and all of that. I do that. So I realized that I had a lot of open roles, but there were no people to fill the roles.
It sounds familiar.
Because they were not qualified. So many people on my DM saying, Kim, I don't have a job. But I can't even use your resume. You can't even pass a recruiter interview with me, let alone with the hiring manager. So I realized that there was a lot of skill gap between people that were looking for a job and what the corporations needed. I'm like, okay, you know what? This is a real problem.
It's a big problem.
This is a real problem, because even the little professionals that we had that were like really good, they're now in the UK, they're in the USA and Canada. They're no longer even in the country. So that's a big and you realize that the fact that people are leaving the country, that people are migrating out of the country, it should create an opportunity for those who are upcoming to take on their positions there.
Absolutely.
But what you've now found out is that even companies over there still want to recruit us.
Even though you are here.
Even though we're here.
Oh wow, okay.
I mean, I'm like, I don't want to come here and be working midnight. Like that stuff is crazy.
Story of my life.
Honestly, it's so stressful. Because you work midnight, then you wake up at odd hours
to start another
and
day.
then you start the day. The day is already far gone here. Then you have to it just feels as if you're in a limbo.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, no, I don't want to work WAT time. I want to work EST MDT time. Right? So I'm like, why do you need to recruit from here? There are a lot of people
still in Nigeria.
But they're like, you know what? They're not employable. I'm like, oh my god.
Employable.
Yes, they're not employable.
That's the one.
So I'm like, you know what? This is a gap that I think I need to fill. This is a gap that I think my content can close. This is a gap that I think the services that I offer can close. Right? And it's not, I'm not like, I mean, if you say I'm bragging, then I'm bragging. A lot of people that I work with got jobs in like 1 to 3 months. Wow. Some instantly. If there was an opening, they got it instantly. Do you understand? So I've come to realize that gap just exists, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna, lean into this thing and then do it. And it's been phenomenal.
Nah.
I put out the content on TikTok and I had like 4,000 followers in like a few days.
Wow.
Because people need this opportunity. Don't also take about the fact that a lot of people just want to also get the job. They don't want to put in the work. There are a lot of Nigerians are like that as well.
A lot of people generally. Not just even Nigerians.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I've also come to.
But Nigerians are peculiar.
Very. So I've also come to now realize, how to even sieve out those who are actually serious.
Yeah.
And those who are not serious. So I won't allow you waste my time.
Yeah.
Period.
I want to do an icebreaker right now. What's been your most cringe or hideous moment as a recruiter? Like I think I saw one. I saw one on your post on your TikTok where you were talking about someone laying down.
No, I'm not even gonna lie. I've seen things.
Yeah.
So before I answer that your question, let me say something.
Yeah.
Success is repeatable and success is predictable. I'll say it again. Success is very predictable. If you will succeed, you will know. How you handle one thing is how you handle every other thing.
Absolutely.
So when you give someone a very tiny task, right, or you give them something very small to do, and they just mismanage it.
Yeah.
You don't need the Holy Spirit, or you don't need the social smart that that's how the person will also handle big tasks.
For real.
Look at everyone that has succeeded, whether in content, whether in their businesses, whether in. You always hear people say, "Oh, we've known this person since when they were young, or when they've always done this." Even pastors, that are really succeeding. In all walks of life, you always hear things like, "Oh, we've known this person for a long time and they're going to succeed."
Yeah.
Right. So, if you're also coming to me saying, "Oh, I'm looking for a job and everything," if you are someone that I should work with that you get, I will know. Coming now to your question about the most hideous moment that I've had as a recruiter, and this was even an international role, like that one that you saw.
Yeah.
Sorry to my Ghanaian friends. I'm recruiting for a position.
Yeah.
From Nigeria, but in Ghana. So it was an international role. Person was going to earn good money. And not a lot of money is good money too. When I say the person is going to earn good money, the money is good.
Yeah.
I headhunted him on LinkedIn, and he was excited about the role and everything because it was good. I saw his experience solid. I don't know what happened. I don't know, maybe probably because it felt like it was a Nigerian company or something. And that's another thing, guys. Stop underestimating people. Stop underestimating companies. I've been doing this HR thing for quite a long time. Do you know that the biggest companies that pay mad money, they don't even have brand? Mofi, I have a friend. I will show you her picture and I'll show you her number and like her details after this session. Her mid-year bonus this year was 35 million naira. I'm not saying her salary, I'm not saying her allowances. I've been to her office before. Her mid-year bonus was over 30 million. Believe me, this company, they don't even have name. If you go on LinkedIn and go look for them, you will see them. So I've come to realize that a lot of people also approach interviews based on how they feel like the company is genge. So that guy that I reached out to, that came on the interview and was laying back on his pillow, on his bed. No, I'm not even joking. That Ghanaian guy, he was laying back on his pillow. I'm sure he did not think that the company
that was hiring
could pay him that money. Because many months after, I don't know how he found out that, oh my God, this company is great. He started reaching out to me. "Oh, Kemi, I didn't know about any other opportunities. Oh, Kemi. I remember talking to someone. If you ask the person what industry, the person will tell you. The person will not exactly say he or she works in oil and gas, because you know what his company does.
What?
Like they don't do upstream. They don't do downstream. They don't
supply.
do. When I don't know how. I'm not in the oil and gas industry. So when vessels are on the sea, right, and they need to probably drill oil and all of that, the platform that these vessels stay on, where their workers can now then drill and all of that. That platform, that's what his company does. Just that platform.
Okay.
Their entire office space is probably maybe like 2 rooms in Lekki. Every single person that works with that company that I know, you would think they're doing yahoo. So a lot of people underestimate. Yeah, so they come to interviews. They come to interviews feeling. So the big companies that have the biggest brand on LinkedIn, they're not necessarily the highest. In fact, most often than not, those big brand companies don't even pay so much. What they give you is visibility. In terms of they've worked with so and so FMCG, or I've worked with so and so tech company. Some of them don't even pay as well. Like, this is my first company. Trust me, hands off. She's actually one of my richest friends.
I think sometimes also maybe people are at different phases in their careers. I've seen someone literally turn down a role because of the job description, because of the title, not even job description.
What was the title?
I'll give you a scenario. So marketing manager, marketing team lead. That's the kind of difference. So maybe the person preferred to be a marketing manager, and then the person is saying marketing team.
Forgive my. You know the number of people that have titles that don't.
This one was not even as high.
You know the number.
I was like,
do you know the number of broke title bearers?
Nah, some people are actually like that. They want the title more than the actual work. So
see, anyway, I'm not gonna force the person. It depends on. So let me give you this analogy. This analogy will help your listeners.
Yeah.
When you're trying to get a job, I say this all the time. When you're trying to get a job, look out for 3 things.
Okay.
If it is 3 over 3 for you, fantastic. That means it checks out on all 3 things. If it is 2 over 3, then it's amazing. It's manageable, right? But if it is 1 over 3, don't do it. And what are these 3 things? Number 1, company. What's the company? What's the organization that is reaching out to you or you are applying to?
Yeah.
Number 2, what's the role? And number 3, what's the pay? Again, what's the company? What's the title? Or what's the role title? And number 3, what is the pay? Do you know how many people have titles and they are broke? Like broke.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, I've been doing this HR thing for 10 years.
Yeah.
You see some people's CV. Let me give you an example. You see some people's CV or their resumes. They are supposed to have some manager. They not ask them how much you want to earn. They'll not tell you 200,000. How are you a manager?
Yeah.
Or a senior manager where you are, and you are asking for 250 or for 300,000 when even the role that we're even hiring for a specialist and the role is 800,000. It's not by title.
Yeah.
But now you want to take a job from wherever you're coming from, but the organization is Google, or the organization is Meta, or TikTok, or Amazon. Okay, well, I've only called big tech companies because I work in tech. Okay. Imagine that the organization is Shell, an organization, or P&G, an organization with a big brand. That does a lot of good for your career or for your resume.
Yeah.
The pay might not be great. The role title might not be up there, right? But
something makes up for that.
The organization name makes up for that. Yes. And of course, if you're working in these kind of organizations that are huge, the pay won't be so bad. So that means you have organization and pay. Check. But it might be that you might title, but the title might be like specialist because it's a huge organization. So where you're becoming a senior manager
just moving one thing from
exactly. You're becoming a senior manager, but you're taking maybe like senior specialist or something. Yep. The title doesn't favor you because it looks as if you took a dip in title, but the pay and the organization favors you.
Compensates for that.
In these 3 things, organization is number 1, pay is last. In fact, role could be number 1, pay is still last. Yeah. Because nobody knows what's coming into your pocket. But people will judge you based on the company and the role. Yeah. Even organizations would place you on a pedestal based on the company you're coming from and the role title. But imagine you don't have organization working for you. You don't have role working for you. You don't have title for you. Why are you taking it?
Then what's the point?
If the role and the title checks out, if the role and the role title and the pay checks out, but the organization is not so great, then let the pay really make sense. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
At least you have something to take away, Do you
understand? Yeah. So for instance, my last organization, some people will, if I mention the name of the organization, people will say, "Oh, what organization is that?" But trust me, how much I was earning there, people don't earn that in Nigeria.
Exactly.
So let the pay really compensate.
In that case.
So, but if nothing, the organization is 0, role title is 0, pay is 0, then why are we doing it?
Then what are we doing?
Let me tell you what I hate the most. We are vice president of a company that we don't even one shackle company. It even feels weird. Like VP of work. I'm like, what now? So
I'll see you. I'm self-employed.
I've seen C-suite of a thing that we don't do. So for me, I think organization comes first. Yeah. I would even compromise on pay. If I have a fantastic role in that organization,
perfect.
So it should always be at least 2 over 3, never 1 over 3.
Amazing. Something to take away there.
Yep.
Let's go into a bit more about your current, pathway, which is trying to pivot to tech HR tech. Which is it? HR tech?
I'm already in HR tech.
I mean, HR tech. You're already in HR tech. So when you say HR tech, is it is it parallel with HR? What is different about HR tech in a few words?
So I'm already, working as HR in the tech industry.
Okay.
So in that sense, I'm in tech HR.
Okay.
But there's another aspect to it where I want to do the technical part.
Okay.
Of
which
HR.
Which is that?
And that could be like system analysis, like HR system analysis and all of that. So which is like more on the development side, more on the engineering side, more on the configuration side. Where instead of me, so what I'm doing right now is like pure HR on the people side. What I want to get on the system side. I want to get on the configuration side where I'm literally the one configuring systems, HR systems, ACS systems. I'm literally the one, like a system analyst, period.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's just leave all that. Let's leave all that behind. I feel like we still need a bit of backstory because I feel like we jumped right into the deep end from the get-go. You as a person now, right? As a human being, blood, water, and spirit. I think when we spoke earlier at some point, you mentioned you were a project manager, right? Your career started from project management
from actually finance.
From finance, exactly.
Finance to project management.
You have background in finance. You studied. What did you study?
I studied designing, but I have my ICANN.
Okay. So that's quite a pivot, right? Quite a pivot from something a professional career field,
like in
accounting to HR. What's that like? What's the motivation behind that?
First and foremost, it was accounting at the time. Finance is great, by the way. Finance is interesting, but accounting in itself was very monotonous for me. I didn't like it. I passed the exams. It was good, but I knew I did not want to build a career in that line.
Interesting.
In accounting and finance, my fellow accountants, I have a lot of them around me. Sorry, but I did not find it interesting.
What changed about it from the time when you started, when you picked the career, and then when you decided to leave it?
The sweet thing about it was that when I was doing accounting, I was doing forensic accounting, which was fraud accounting. That was my area. That was where I was literally working as a fraud accountant in my organization then.
Okay.
I was an associate, but at the time I was just tired of having to, forensic accounting, it involves a lot of analysis, looking for sometimes what is even not lost. You're just trying to. So for me, it was great. I was a team lead. It was beautiful. I was good at it in a nutshell. But I knew I wanted to do something to do more with people. And that's why I switched to project management.
Okay.
An opportunity came, in project management that I literally quickly grabbed. But within project management, I was so fantastic with people. I was controlling, of course, the budget, timelines, and all of those things, the schedule, and the Gantt chart, and all of those things.
Yeah.
But all of those things were great if you don't have a hold on people. It's not people that will implement those things.
Absolutely.
But I had such a beautiful hold on people that I was busting the timelines. Like if we have to do something in 2 weeks, it could be done in 3 days because Kemi just knows how
we
to
put
get
fire
along
under people's. We know that.
And it's not even about fire because sometimes people need to love you to want to work for you.
Yeah.
People need to sometimes even love you to want to get work done quickly for you, even though it's not convenient for them. So I knew how to just get those things, and I was like, oh my god. The management at the time, my organization was like, oh my god, you have such a way with people. Like somehow things will be moving just slowly, normal. Kemi just comes in. We're supposed to get this thing done in 2 weeks, and then it's done in 4 days. So how do you do it? And
I think you have this. Should I say mommy energy?
No.
You what?
I don't think that's it. I think I'm very inspirational.
Well,
I know how to garner people to do what they need to do.
Maybe you're misconstruing my mommy energy. It's like, like how a mother energy. No, so when I say mommy energy, maybe let me rephrase it. What I mean is that
I'm not gonna deny that I have a mommy energy.
You have a mommy energy and a mother energy. So mother in this sense is that how a mother like canvasses their children or their kids to get things done sometimes. you find out sometimes that like the father might be the tough hand that like disciplines, and sometimes the children will feel more comfortable going to the mother's place.
Awful.
See now, wait now, relax. It's balance, right?
Okay.
It's balance. I'm saying one side of it because I mean I'm getting somewhere. I will allow you to speak on it. I was going to ask you that what are some of the things, because managing people is a lot.
Yep.
I don't like it. I'd rather not deal with people. I'd rather just do work and then just do minimal people involvement.
Yeah.
Maybe just, catch up sessions and just move. I like execution. I spend more time doing that. I was saying about you, I think from like first impression, how you go about yourself, I think you have that, you always look out for everybody kind of
I do.
energy.
I'm very communal.
That's what I mean by mommy Geo energy. That's mommy Geo energy.
I'm very like, I'm very big on people. I'm very big on people and their welfare.
Yeah.
People and how they are faring.
Yeah.
I don't believe in working with people and just walk. Do you understand?
Yeah.
For someone to put in the work, are they good mentally? Are they good emotionally?
Exactly.
Are they all right?
Right.
So I connect with people on a personal level. I don't care if there are 1,000 people. I will connect with you personally. I know so for instance, my former company, we're almost 500. I know everybody by name. I know their first and their last name. If you told me something about you before, I can never forget. If I meet you in another 3 weeks, I'm asking, how about that thing you told me? People, and that's the one thing, people want to be seen, people want to be heard, people want to feel like they are not just a number, that they actually count.
Absolutely.
Do you understand?
Absolutely.
So I know how to converse with people. People are like, oh my God, Kemi, you're doing great with people. And at the time, the head of people in the organization was relocating to Canada. This was maybe 8 years ago. And they're like, we think you should do this. So I came into HR as a people manager.
Okay.
So I learned on the job.
Right.
So it was while I was a people manager and I did my certifications.
Right.
While I was a people manager and I did all the things that I did.
Right.
So I came into the role before actually qualifying for the role. And that's why I do not believe that there's something you have to do one certification for something. If it's innate, it's innate. If it's in you, it's in you. And that was how HR found me. So I never went for HR. I went for project management, but within project management,
you found
people management found
you.
Yeah.
But yeah, such an inspiring story, very relatable story there. We're getting towards the end, and we'll just ask a few maybe fun questions.
Okay.
If you could write a letter to your 20-year-old self, fresh out of uni, I bet maybe around that year was when you finished uni. If you could write a letter to that version of you, what would it say? Enjoy
yourself or live life. Life will figure out itself, honestly. When I was quite young, I wanted to control a lot of things that were beyond my control. And when it didn't go my way, it broke me a lot. Looking back, I could have enjoyed that journey even more and just allowed things take care of itself. Don't get me wrong, a lot of times, wanting to have control in those situations were also some of the things that propelled me to becoming who I am today. But I wish I had enjoyed the process and the no's and the failures even better than I did.
You actually did.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So just enjoy yourself. If you're young, enjoy yourself. Don't be lackadaisical. Don't be nonchalant about your growth, about your progress, about your success, but enjoy yourself. This life is short. I was telling you today that I lost a friend.
Yes.
Just this week, actually an ex-colleague, and it's been so difficult. It's been so tough. But one of the consolations that I have is that while the guy was alive, I gave him his flowers. Because I don't know how to. I give accolades to. I give accolades so much that if you did not know me, you would think I'm trying to suck up to you. I'm not. I just know how. I just love to give people their flowers while they are alive. So enjoy the process. Just enjoy the process, really. Because 5-6 years, you will look back and realize I wasn't that deep. And the same goes to, people who, are just, migrating to other countries, who are expatriates in those countries that are, finding it hard, navigating that new terrain. Give yourself grace. Enjoy it though. Enjoy it. To be honest, you look back 3-4 years, because you will be really successful.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, why was I freaking out? Yeah, why was I freaking out?
Yeah. It always seems bleak in the moment.
Exactly.
I had a conversation with a friend today as well, and she's also going through like a transitional self-discovery phase. And I think one of the things that we said that I said to her was, time, is such a constant that you can want it to end, or you can want things to move faster, but time takes its course. You know,
It does.
there's a time to suffer and there's a time to enjoy. If you get what I mean. Like, you know, the suffering might not be like suffer, like not like lack.
It's just like
It's
up
just
and
like
down.
ups and downs, exactly. And then there's a time to be like, oh wow, I actually went through that. Oh wow, okay. There was a time when I was panicking and thinking that it's all bleak and you know, everything. And, but you come out of it eventually. I'm just going to touch a bit on your work right now with Ludzi. Right. So I mean, your impact, what your work is able to, what you've been able to achieve so far, and your goals for creating that. You mentioned what inspired you to do that, to help people navigate career and finding their space or making themselves visible and employable. So what has been the impact of Ludzi so far?
I think Ludzi is more of the corporate side. It's more on the corporate side.
Okay.
My personal contact is more on the,
personal side.
Right. So for Ludzi, I've been able to, of course, staff for a lot of organizations.
Okay.
And of course, it's also those who I literally consult with, like those who consult with me, that I also staff for those organizations if there's an immediate opportunity.
Right.
So I think for me, just the major impact of Ludzi is connecting people to corporations, connecting corporations to people, just ensuring that you have a round peg in a round hole and people enjoy it. And let me not lie to you, in Ludzi, I don't take any job. There's a particular amount you cannot go below in terms of pay. You understand? You cannot tell me to come and staff people for you if you're not paying a certain amount of money.
Right.
I won't tell you the amount. If you want to know the amount, come and
yeah, if you want to know the amount,
come and consult me.
Go and reach out to her.
If the organization wants to,
we'll drop the link. We'll drop the link to your website and your contact details as well.
I'm not gonna staff for some certain rules, because I want, for instance, you want to staff somebody at 150,000 naira. In which Nigeria? In which country? Do you want to? They come to suffer. Even if it's fully remote, when they spend on data. So for me, it's very, very important that people
compensated.
People are duly compensated, and people have the jobs that they love. Very important to me. So that means I will not staff for a toxic organization. I won't staff for an organization that will restrict people. Do you understand? So for me to, there are a lot of organizations that want me to staff, and I'm like, no, you're going to have to fix this. You're going to have to, increase this pay. You're going to pay.
That's good.
You're going to have, you're going to have a payday. I don't work with organizations that don't have payday. What's your payday? Is it 25th? Is it 30th?
That's common. That is
it
common.
26?
Yeah.
People used to be able to plan.
Exactly.
That my salary will come in every 26.
Exactly. That's
or every 30th.
Standard procedure.
Even if it is 30, or every last day of the month.
Yeah.
But it cannot be first of the next month. It cannot be 7th of the next month. It
Yeah,
cannot just be. It can't just be open-ended.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
So, and if by any reason at all, I start for you and you start misbehaving, I will call you out. Because you would have to be accountable to your employees. So there's a lot of bad behavior that goes on within within the Nigerian space because of lack of systems and structures, even from the government and all of that. In our own little way, we're correcting that anomaly.
What's one thing that you didn't bring enough to Canada?
My people. I miss the people. I miss the connections. I miss the relationship.
Yeah.
The truth is that we're not able to talk as much because time zone difference. People are busy, all of those kinds of things. But I really miss the people. Period.
Yeah.
My parents, it's all about the people.
Yeah.
My ex-colleagues, my friends, my family, all about the people.
Amazing.
And the food. People and food.
For me, the food first, bro. But
people, food, and then the beauty treatment. That you can do a lot of beauty treatments and it's not expensive. But here,
true. What happened? What a cup?
Wow.
What a cup?
So yeah. So people, food, beauty treatments. Because I don't take my beauty treatments.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool stuff. Thank you for being the very first in-person guest. It's nice to have you. I'm sure you feel good about that when you see the episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been such a nice conversation, with you. I feel like we could go on talking and talking. It doesn't feel like, an interview or anything.
Yeah.
It feels very relatable. So our last question for every guest that comes on the podcast is, what are you doing to become a better version of yourself? And this question, it doesn't have to do with one thing or the other. One person has told me he's just working out, trying to be a fit person.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, any one little thing that you're trying to do to be a better version of yourself. And just to put this out there, that the reason why we ask this question is because I believe in the 1% rule. You know, I don't know if you know about the 1% rule, which is basically for every time or every day you do something better, you know, you maybe pick up a new skill, learn something, watch a podcast or listen to a podcast session, watch an interview, and then you're just improving at something every day. You know, your skill level, your intellectual capacity, you're, you know, able to relate with things, you know, all kinds of things, or working out or taking a walk, anything whatsoever, just improving daily. So that's what inspired that question. Because I feel like it's very key for every human being to take intentional efforts to develop themselves personally. So what are you doing currently to be a better version of yourself?
I'm constantly asking ChatGPT something to improve my business or my content, and it's always giving me something every day. Every day.
Oh.
So I'm constantly asking ChatGPT, I want to do this. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
How can I do it better? Can you walk me through how to do this better or more efficiently or something? Every day I do that.
So
for all my content, I do it.
Oh, amazing. You're leveraging technology a lot, using AI to your advantage.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people are still catching up to the potential.
And it's fine.
Of
but just
AI.
Constantly, just be curious. Some people are not even curious at all. And no jokes. I've spoken to, I mean, like I said, I consult with people.
Yeah.
Most of the professionals I've consulted with, they don't know what ChatGPT is.
Excuse me?
I'm not saying they don't know what AI is. They don't know what ChatGPT is.
They are completely oblivious to it. They don't have an idea. How old are they?
They are professionals. They are like actual professionals.
Are they in our generation?
Yes.
Wait, what? Are they living under a rock?
No.
Okay. I'm not going to go
And
further.
you'll be shocked the number of people that are like that.
Oh, wow.
That's another thing. We live in our bubble. We think that because it's happening for us, it's happening for everybody.
I'm trying to get into that reality. I'm actually trying. I feel like I've been, but yeah. Thank you so much for that answer. I mean,
so stay curious, guys.
Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Oluwakemi Adedeji, also known as Zabekam K, and you have been listening to the Hungry Creative Podcast hosted by Muffin.
Thank you for coming on the podcast. I said thank you for having us. Okay.
Thank you, Muffin.
We use that as a blooper.